Workers' compensation is complicated, which is why we are continuing the discussion in this segment of Know Your Rights. Catherine Stone from Barbas Law is back with details on changes in the attendant care law. Attendant care law. What is it? What does it mean, Catherine?
Well, within the workers' compensation system, for those who have suffered a severe injury that requires that they cannot perform their daily personal functions. So, for instance, maybe they've become paralyzed. Everything from we see it from paralyzed to brain injuries to individuals that may just be going in for an outpatient surgery and they need some kind of attendant care for the next 12 to 24 hours after they have that surgery. So that's what we refer to as attendant care within the workers' comp system. So basically just think of it as you can't change your bandages yourself, or you need round-the-clock care to be able to get, do your personal needs. What happened in 2003 was for dates of accident after 2003, you no longer can retroactively seek compensation for attendant care. So what was happening prior to 2003, individuals would have family members that can be compensated underneath the workers' comp system for having to quit their job or lower their hours to be able to care for their family member. It could even be a friend that's providing that. Well, if someone came in and the carrier had never paid them for years and years and years, we could go in and request all that back pay for attendant care. Other instances where it would seem that, this person has been doing this function for an injured worker, but the doctor never specifically wrote a prescription for that attendant care, we could go back and get the doctor to retroactively state that what that person was providing for services was reasonable and medically necessary. As of 2003, however, that has changed. And the reason it's important, and it's an important topic to talk about, anyone in the workers' comp system, if you know you're about to have like a surgical procedure, or even it can be as simple as an injection. We see this all the time. The doctors will tell you, make sure you have someone drive you home. Make sure you have someone sit with you for 24 hours. Make sure you have someone watch you. You can't stand up on your own. You have to have assistance. Well, the problem is, doctors are there to just provide the medicine. They don't necessarily know exactly what it takes for workers' comp to have to come in and kick in and pay for someone to provide that care. Now, it can be professional care where they have to actually send in someone to provide that care, or it can be a family member who could actually get paid by workers' compensation for providing that service. But now, as the law stands, that doctor has to write that prescription for attendant care before it is provided. So, in other words, and it's got to be very specific. It can't just say, need 24-hour care. No, the doctor has to be specific. And what we run into a lot of times, and it's no one's fault other than maybe the doctors just don't realize what the carrier has to have from them by way of paperwork in order to provide that benefit. So it's very important that if you know that someone's going to have to take care of you, or if you have a family member on workers' compensation and they're needing care provided either professionally or a family member's providing it, go to that doctor and immediately make sure you get the prescription that lays out exactly how many times a day they want the bandages replaced, how long they want someone to sit with you. Can you stand up and prepare your own foods? It's got to be as line item as that, because we now cannot go back and request that doctor get that information.
You have to do it from the beginning.
You have to do it before it happens. And if someone's been, obviously if someone's in a medical facility, that's not an issue. It's when you're released home that before you get released home or before you have that procedure, you've got to have it lined up.
Thank you so much for coming in. We always appreciate your time. And for more information, if you have questions about Know Your Rights, there's the phone number on your screen, or go ahead and visit them online, barbaslaw.com/knowyourrights.